just tinkering around with this again. That ST, I think it's a 4038, would not low-level format. I'm not sure if it's the controller card or what, but we got this this hard drive over here is a ST238R. It's an RLL 30 megabyte drive, and it is formatting with its. Now that's its controller. That's the controller that actually came with this drive. I pulled it out of a Packard Bell PB500, and it had a battery that leaked acid all over the motherboard and just completely destroyed it. And so this is actually the controller that was paired with this hard drive. Now I was kind of hoping it still had stuff on it, but it seems like the hard drive has lost its the magnetic media got scrambled or something, so we had to run a low-level format, and it looks like it finished. Do I want to format bad tracks? No. Format successful. Now this is the new IBM PC that I put together. It's a kit you can buy online. You just get the motherboard and all the chips, and you put it together yourself. And I had a 8088 and an 8087 back there. I put those in. It came with a 1998 model 8088, so it's a fairly new processor chip. It was a pretty cool project to build all this together, and it's got the special BIOS. But it's pretty cool. And it works very well. I actually have another one of these I have not put together yet. Here it is, PC Retro. Wonder if they've got their... I was kind of hoping they had their website down there, but... MTM Scientific Incorporated, PC Retro. Go ahead and Google them. I don't see their website anywhere on the motherboard, unfortunately. But the motherboard came with everything you needed. And it comes with 64K. So if you want more than that, you need to provide your own memory chips. And then of course I've got the expansion for the 640. Real happy. It came with everything I needed, and very, very easy to put together. Just a lot of soldering, because every one of these chips is socketed, and which is good, because I'd rather not try to solder chips directly to the board, and it makes it easier to replace them if you ever need to. Alright, so we did our low-level format. Let's run fdisk. fdisk, let's create a partition. Just hit enter all the way through. Just do number 1 all the way. And there it goes. We'll use the maximum space available. And insert the DOS disk. And this has got that cassette port, and that's, you hear that click for the relay every time it reboots. It is identical to the IBM PC, except for the BIOS chip. They couldn't copy the BIOS chip. And so it's just kind of a standard BIOS put on a regular, not a regular, this is a special ROM chip that will only work in the PC. I didn't realize that the PC used it's a kind of different pinout than most other EPROMs, so you have to use their chip. That's alright, but it came with it. I didn't have to burn any chips, so that was good. Alright, we have low-level formatted. We have fdisk. We've partitioned the hard drive. Now it's time to format C/S. And that /S will put the system files on the hard drive. And it's loading the system files into memory. So when it gets done formatting, it can copy it Warning, all data. Yes, we know. There's nothing there to lose. There it goes. Oops, found a couple of sectors. Yeah, formatting it like this will lock out those bad sectors. And that's probably why it wouldn't boot before. Now the other hard drive up on top of the monitor there is another 238R, and for whatever reason it wouldn't recognize it. I don't know why. Might try it again later. Because it's got its terminator on there and it's set up for the C drive, so I don't know. It gave me a format error 80. But oh no, format terminated. Ew. Well, that means that it had bad sectors in an area that it needed. Because it puts the system files in specific places. And when you boot the computer up, that controller looks at a specific place on that hard drive for the boot sector, and if it's bad, well, then it's bad. Let me try low-level formatting it again. And that is, this is an ST Seagate controller, so that'll be G equals C8, whoops, 800:5. Oh, Western Digital, excuse me. And return. Y. I'll do it again. If you can hear it pretty quick. I don't know if you can. You might be able to see that little shaft in the center turn. If I can hold the camera still enough. Yeah, it's turning. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, that is set up for. Oh no, that is set up different. Oh wait, no it's not. No it's not. I don't know why this drive wouldn't work. I don't know. One thing I found out that did not work. Anything that had anything to do with IDE This is an 8-bit XT IDE adapter with a compact flash adapter on it, or card on it, and it just simply will not work. Now I'm going to reboot again. And anything that had anything to do with IDE, if it was an IDE controller of any kind, even if it was an XT controller, it would not, this computer would not have anything to do with it. Just completely ignore it. Yeah. Super PC BIOS version 2.5. Yeah, I could put a V20 chip in there if I wanted to. It might speed it up a little bit. But I kind of like that white chip 8088 I got in there. Cool looking. Got our disk drive booting up. Second time's a charm. And it's 6K in bad sectors. Okay, not bad. Now we'll copy. We'll use X copy. I just want to get kind of a DOS, or at least copy stuff to the hard drive to see if it's actually working. Copy from the A to C, we'll put it in the DOS directory. If there is no DOS directory, it will ask you if you want to create one, and then there you go. D for directory. And it's going to copy everything on the disk drive. To the hard drive. And there we go. And that's just the basic minimum configuration for a computer to start up. You got your command com, check disk, debug, disk copy, format, fdisk, everything to get a computer started. And I like X copy. And SI is part of a, I think it's a, I forget. I got this program a long time ago with something else. I think it was with PC Tools, but I've always made sure to keep it because it gives you wonderful information about the computer up to a 386. Yeah, oh, Norton Tools. Before it was Norton Antivirus. Yeah, we got an 8088 with an 8087. We're using CGA color graphics, and it's showing we've got 5 drives available. A, B, C, D, and E. We have 1 serial port, and it compares your speed index relative to an IBM XT. Well, this is an IBM XT PC, so we get a 1. And it's showing us our ROM BIOS extension. There's the hard drive, and I believe that is the floppy controller, and not sure what that might be, the CGA. But yeah, now let's take the DOS disk out, do a Control Alt Delete, and we'll reboot this thing and see what happens. And we booted. And we booted DOS off the hard drive. And everything is working. Alright. Time to... Now we can put this hard drive in the case, and since it's... I think I might swap out and put a black faceplate on there. Just you take those 2 screws, take out, and change the color. And see, this was an ST4053, so that's the 44 meg drive, but it doesn't have a faceplate. It looks kind of ugly sitting in there.